But I do want you to know why I'm going to talk about money when the church has often done a terrible job, and that's our fault when it comes to money. Number one reason why I'm going to talk about money is because Jesus talked about money. And in fact, he talked about money quite a bit. And the reason why that matters to us, if you're new to church or new to Christianity, what you should know is that to be a Christian isn't to follow rules or to adopt a certain behavioral ethic. To be a Christian is to trust Jesus. That's all it means to be a Christian. It says, I believe Jesus lived for me, he died for me, he rose on the third day. He died on a cross for my sins, he forgave my sins. I trust him with my eternity. I trust him for grace. I trust him for forgiveness. And because of that, he invites you to follow him. It's a relational dynamic, not an obedience or behavioral dynamic. And Jesus, Christians believe, loves us because he gave his life for us. So if he says something, it's because he cares about you. He wants you to thrive, and he wants you to lead a fully flourishing life. And he knows money is a big part of that, of living a flourishing life. So Jesus talked about money all the time. In fact, of all the topics Jesus brought up, there's only one topic he talked about more than money, and that was the kingdom of heaven. He talked about the kingdom of heaven all the time. Number two, money. I mean, more than hell and angels and demons and things like that, he talked about wealth. So if we want to follow Jesus, for those of us who are Christians, we do need to pay attention to what he had to say about money. So that's the first reason why we're talking about it. The second reason why we're going to talk about it is because culture isn't exactly helping us in this area. See, culture is pushing us all in a certain direction when it comes to money. And have you stopped to consider if that's a good direction? Think of it this way. Here's a third question. When you think about your finances, your bills, your paycheck, your investments, all your financial reality, when you think about your finances, what is your primary emotional reaction? Is that emotion a positive one or a negative one? Perhaps the direction culture pushes us in when it comes to finances isn't a positive one. Because money, Jesus said, is a blessing from God, and God gives blessings because he loves you. So if God has a gift to share with you and our response is fear, if God has a gift to share with you and our response is anxiety, if our response is worry or concern, maybe, I don't want to be rude, but maybe we're not approaching it in a healthy way. Because the appropriate way to respond to a gift is to say, wow, that's awesome, thank you. And have thankfulness and joy in our hearts. So maybe we're not getting this right, so we're going to see what Jesus had to say about the topic of money. And the third reason why I'm going to talk about it today and next week, again, just so in case you want to skip, you have a good reason why. Preacher's talking about money. The reason why is because finances are important. Money is important. This is a major part of your life. You spend more of your time on earth accumulating, earning, and spending money than any other activity. You want to get this right. And God wants you to get it right because it matters. So because of that reason, we're going to see what Jesus had to say about money.